And just having our blanket nearby, perhaps having a glass of water. And please just slowly descend, setting your feet parallel, supporting your hips. And just lay yourself slowly, ideally with exhalation, just put in gently. Try not to pull anything, try not to stretch too much, just very carefully with this feeling that a little bit is better than too much. And if that resonates, you can place one hand on the bottom ribs, right or left, doesn't matter, and the other would go on the above the belly button. So let's say solar plexus, bottom ribs, and the navel area. Make sure that your elbows are steadily leaning on the ground, and with the coming exhalations, let's just kind of de-shrink our body. Let's really feel that we are sinking into the ground. Relaxing facial muscles, the forehead, the eyes, the bottom jaw. And if you feel any discomfort in your body, like this electrical sensation, some numbness, or kind of lack of opportunity to relax, just let's choose for tonight. It's not only about correct yoga poses or certain body shapes, but it's more about feeling comfortable. So you can adjust it anyhow that feels better. Maybe leaning knees one another, maybe even removing hands into different position. So let's search for the position that will make you feel the most relaxed. Just let's confirm that the knees are still bent. We're not stretching the legs yet. And for coming 2 to 3 minutes, so we have time, let's just focus on sensing the volume of the breathing in 3D space, and absolutely natural noises, sounds. If you feel like you want to exhale with some sound, open the mouth and make this sigh. And right now, Natasha, while you breathe in, just let's confirm one little thing. Let me know if you feel okay when you take a little deeper inhale. If anything aches, if anything, any ray of sensation goes anywhere through your body, like in between your ribs or on the side, or maybe anywhere in your back or neck or scapula. So if you, all good, perfect. All right, then let's just keep exploring the space. Because one of the signs of our body restoring, rejuvenating would be a bit longer exhalation. We're letting our parasympathetic system to activate, which will mean for us that we not try any hard, we're just allowing ourselves to rest, to relax, decompressing, not shrinking, but opposite, kind of extending into the space. So 1 more minute, we're just observing. And as an option, we can activate a bit more of diaphragmal breath, like sending the inhalation all the way into your navel at first. So sensing how you push the palm that lays on top of the navel. Only then sensing the palm that lays closer to your solar plexus. So let it feel more like your belly breathes in 3D space. So at the same time as you push your navel up, feel how you're pushing your sacrum into the ground. Maybe the word pushing is a bit too hard, so just gently observe this gentle extension softly. At the same time, sometimes we may notice, like when we activate this bottom part of the body breathing, sometimes we feel frozen anywhere, like maybe in between scapulas or somewhere in the neck. So if anything like this happens, also please let me know, like when you're breathing more into your belly. How do you feel about your chest, about your neck? Does it feel relaxed? Okay, perfect. also as a moment to think about it, going back in time while you breathe in, just in your memory, thinking about the past week. Let's see if you could remember if anything made you feel like you were carrying maybe a bit of a too much heavy load, like maybe something was challenging you too much, or something was causing you the feeling like you want to shrink, or squeeze, or maybe push something against. Yeah, psychologically. And again, you don't have to answer right now. It's just a suggestion, perhaps. Just like not trying too hard, but like taking your time. And I understand that probably it's just like kind of obvious question. We all go through enough challenges, enough deadlines, and enough just simple schedules, but just around the time when exactly, maybe a little earlier, or like as a result, sometimes our body keeps going for too long, and then just something pops, something happens, and all of a sudden it gives up. So all together, I would also kind of continue the previous suggestion towards, again, as a suggestion, maybe or maybe not at all, did that pain as it happened, was it kind of a suggestion of your body to maybe finally rest, or finally lay down, or finally let go of something? Which you incredibly did well, I should say, that exactly was something between good timing, like your reaction and your responsibility, like how you took your responsibility of reacting to that particular situation. It was, like, I would say, tops. Like, a lot of people would probably go into panic, but yeah, this I call it self-responsibility. Like, okay, no panic, I'm just listening to my body, I am like nurturing it the way I feel I need right now. That's how it seemed from what you told me. And also, as the conclusion that I make out of how you described your proaction, like what you did in response to that situation, it seems like your body gratefully rewarded you with going back to feeling normal. So, always grateful to have technology, and we'll see. What would be the time when you're gonna make the MRI? Is it happening soon, or? Okay. Yeah, that's what I assume. Ein Termin. I understand how these things work, so yeah, okay. So of course it's always great to ensure and to see the confirmation, but yeah, without needing you to answer too much, or like going in too much detail, maybe it will, not necessarily it will happen right now, maybe like later, if you keep processing this. Like maybe sometimes our subconscious kind of sends us this connection, like, okay, so maybe I felt in response to this particular situation, or somebody told me something, or I felt exactly in that moment like my body wanted or needed this particular reaction, or like respond to something, kind of on psychological level, because we go through some stuff emotionally, and then sometimes it accumulates and then resolves in our body through this, let's say, communication. Instead of words would be some pain or some discomfort. So let's just keep this lane open, and if you'll have some feedbacks during the session. If you want to share, then just feel free anytime. Just take the mic and go ahead, or just keep practicing internally later, because I am sure, and as long as I know you and the things that you tell me, that you hear the incredible level of your own responsibility and how deeply you know yourself. That's really worth huge respect. So thank you for doing that. And now let's take one more soft inhale into the nose. And if till this moment your eyes were closed, then let's gently open them. And if you like, you may change the leg position, like for example, connecting your feet together and just opening your hips, your thighs. In this case, it's also great to place your palms on the hips like that. Or if for some reason that's not your favorite, you can remain in bending knees, or bringing knees a little closer. So choose what feels better to you right now. And then remaining in a static position. One more restorative tuning in practice would be moving our eyes. So as our eye muscles are connecting with the neck, and simple eye movement also drastically influence our parasympathetic system. That means that just putting our eyes in certain positions in statics will cause certain deep relaxation. Okay, that is one of the really lovely tricks that I personally appreciate a lot. So we don't need to do too much, just simply changing the eye position and hold it in a static for 30 seconds. Okay, so right now, please explore, feel where exactly you're looking at the moment. Just try to remain relaxed. Relax your eyes. Maybe you'll feel the connection as relaxing the eyeballs, perhaps, or maybe you'll feel some relaxation in your neck. And now with the coming inhalation, I'll ask you to keep your head steady, but softly move your eyes to the right side, on the same level. So try not to look too much down or too much up. Just bring it to the periphery, to the furthest right position, wherever you can kind of stretch your eyes. And here we're gonna just remain for 30 seconds without trying to do anything too hard. Just keep looking to the furthest right, till your body, you may catch some reaction, like you will kind of blink or kind of swallow. I would say subconsciously, but maybe that's not the exact word, but just like over sudden. Everything's smooth, everything calm, but then usually there happens a moment when we do it like this, either we swallow, either we blink. So try to remain your eyes open, but also don't force yourself to keep them too wide open. Just wait till your body will want to do something. As I mentioned before, either swallow, either blink. And here we're going to stay for another 10 seconds. Just keep making sure that you're in statics, that you're remaining relaxed. If you're laying your thighs on the top of the chest, then just keep embracing your knees. If you decided to keep your thighs open, then just stay in static in this position. The head remains in straight. Only your eyes looking deep to the right, on the neutral level, not too high, not too low. And for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And with the coming inhale, slowly return your eyes to the central position. Now we're going to warm up the wrist as we used to do before. You're probably familiar to this. So we're going to rub till we feel the hot. And then once you feel the hot skin on your wrist, then just lay this warmth on the top of your eyes, connecting with that particular area in your body. Accepting this warmth, noticing how you breathe. Again, noticing if any change, like this little detail, like this over sudden swallowing motion comes, or this over sudden like blink, maybe not even blink, but more like, eyes are like, they're squeezing and relaxing. That would be the sign that actually we're really switching into the parasympathetic mode. And once you feel this warmth already got absorbed, let's remove the wrist away, gently open your eyes. That might be a good moment if you're maybe tired from the open thigh position, you can change it. Or if it's okay, just remain here. Just make sure you are as comfortable, as easy feeling as possible. Like no pressure right now. You don't have to do anything, only if you like, only if it feels good. And with the coming inhale, without moving your head on that neutral eye level, we're going to start looking to the left. So as long as you breathe in, this long you're moving, kind of stretching your eyes to the left, the deepest. Like almost you look at the floor and through the floor, this far, this deep. And we stay here for 30 seconds without forcing anything. Don't make yourself keep your eyes open, like that's not the goal, but just notice when maybe your eyes will start like randomly blinking, not like in the typical rhythm. Maybe you'll feel like you're like kind of this anxiously swallowing over sudden. And try to stay deep to the left with your eyes. Keep moving. So just while your body remains relaxed, observe it. Notice if anywhere in your body appears any resistance to this action of stretching your eyes to the left. Any shake, any crumple, any pin. Keep staying here for 10 more seconds. Sometimes you may even feel, like as a result of this eye stretch, something behind your right ear, something in the base of the skull, or in the right temple. So as we look into the left, you may feel some presence of stretch in the right side of your body. Also look through your trapezius muscles, through your shoulders, through your palms. And 5 more seconds. Keep staying here, head straight, keep looking deeper for 2 more seconds. 1. And with the coming inhale, slowly return, like let your eyes return by themselves type of movement. Okay, so let's rub the wrists again. Rub till it's gonna feel really hot. So pretty intense, and then let's place the warm, I would say hot wrist on the top of the eyes, and at the same time relax your scapulus, relax your shoulders, let the weight of your wrist really go into your eye hole, and then gently massage to the sides, so kind of outwards, then inwards. Feel like your head is nodding, this yes movement while you roll your wrist, or notice if your head is frozen, which I hope not, and I'm actually sure it's not, but notice how this massage and movement are going deep into your neck, into your throat, and causing your relaxed neck, making this possible for your head to do those nods. Okay, now we're going to lay the palms on the floor, then supporting the hips, leaning on the elbows, slowly with exhalation, rolling spine by spine, lifting the head, sitting up. Okay, was everything fine at this point when you were laying, breathing? Okay, great. And right now in a comfortable position. One more thing before we continue. So while stretching eyes to this peripheral positions, was that more or less, I would say, did you sense anything in your neck at the same time, like while stretching? Were you connecting the eye position with the neck, or wasn't it very clear? It's okay, whatever it was, just okay. Right. Let's then keep going with the further movements. So next we go into stay in the neutral spinal position. You're welcome to lean on your arms. You can lay your palms on the knees, whatever feels absolutely neutral. And now we're going to inhale and press the crown up, lifting the chin, and then with the exhalation, we're moving the chin forwards. Try not to crunch too much, but more like just to lengthen, to extend this area here underneath the skull, and then inhaling, bringing the chin towards the neck and pulling it up again into straight position. Exhale, forwards and down without hurry. Inhale, like kind of press up the chin and up. Exhale. So we're targeting the same area, this base of the skull, the one that is connected to the eyes. And we want to gently stimulate it for lubrication and relaxation. So 3 more rounds. Inhaling up, exhaling forwards and down. Again, inhaling, pull, slide the chin through your neck. Exhale forwards and down, and especially in this position, look deeper into your trapezius muscle. Let your shoulders go down, and one more inhale up, and then exhale forwards and down. And we're gonna leave the chin tucked on the chest, and now we're gonna just switch the direction. So with the inhalation, we're gonna pull the chin forwards and up, and then with exhalation, we're kind of relaxing the bottom jaw, letting the chin land on the chest, and again inhaling forwards and up, exhaling towards yourself and down. 3 more reps. Inhale forwards and up, exhale, sliding on the neck down, and 1 more, forwards and up. Can you wait, sweetheart? And down. Okay, now we're going to stop in the center for a short observation, just to feel if body resonated with this motion, with this movement. Keep allowing yourself to breathe in 3D. And listen to the body space to see if any vibration or warmth or the space decompression appeared in the base of the skull. And in a minute we're going to proceed. Now softly, gently open the eyes. Also be a good moment to take a sip of water. Now, also as an important question for me would be, after this movement, how well sensually did it happen for you to connect after this nodding movements? Is there any change of sensation in the neck? Is it mild? Is it like, do you feel some freedom, some space, some warmth? Okay. All right. And so also as just a little tip in addition to understand the connection between eyes and the neck, let's press the fingers, just lay your fingertips in the back of the head. Come closer. So here behind the ear, let me see, yeah, behind the ear where there are this 2 curves on the base of the skull. And so just laying the fingertips in that area, move your eyes slowly to the right, and let's say with exhalation to the left. And kind of search for a bit if you will not feel any movement. Okay, all right. And so now let's lay the hands down. All right. So that's the spot that we're targeting as one of the elements for the decompression in the posture. And the third part would be, we're going to be inhaling, opening the mouth, and then with exhalation we're going to be kind of pulling the jaw to the side. So inhale, open the mouth wide but gently. Exhale, let's say to the right and a little bit to the side. So it's like you're not closing your mouth straight, but moving the jaw 1 time to the right, then inhale, open, another time to the left. Okay, let's do 3 more for each side. Inhaling both through the nose and mouth at the same time. Exhaling slowly move in the jaw, kind of to the ear. Okay, inhaling again. Open, and if you feel like it, you can also stretch your tongue outside like this, but not necessarily. So as you feel, works better. Exhale and close, and to the sides, and one more time each side. Inhale, down, exhale, jaw to the side, and one more. Inhale, down, exhale, jaw to the side. Okay, and now let's relax. Let's just close the mouth, remain in a neutral position, just listening to the body. So as a typical result of the simple movements, by this time, I suppose, we feel nice, harmonized space in the neck, in the back of the head, relaxed eyes, relaxed neck, and this sensation of relaxation slowly moving into the rib cage. So at this point in the practice, let's just double check how the body space achieves this feeling of calm, relaxing. Is there any struggle, or does it feel natural as it should be? And if you're just making it more and more sure that everything is fine with the body and there is no discomfort, there is no struggle, the body feels pretty good, let's just keep ourselves make that assumption and get more and more sure, get grounded in that normality of that feeling. So as soon as you feel ready, let's open the eyes. So how it is, does everything feel right? Does everything feel good? Okay. Okay, perfect. So the next couple movements going to be just a little bit more dynamic. So what we're going to do next, with the coming inhale, we're going to stretch the arms like this, along the body on some comfortable angle. And with the inhale, with the next inhale, we're turning the palm centers upwards, and then exhaling, we're going to be bending first fingers and then the wrists, like as you would like to look at your nails, and then turning the neck first to the right, and kind of without crunching too much or bending the arm, just roll the arm length through this wrist bend, and then tuck the chin or pull it slightly towards the shoulder. This will gently roll through the nerve without pulling it extra. So with the inhalation, we return to the center, we're spreading the palms, long fingers, and then with the exhale, again, we're bending the fingers, bending the wrist, this time turning to the left. And as you're lengthening through the arm line, you're at the same time bending the wrist and kind of tucking the chin. This will activate this gentle roll of the nerve. Inhale and return into the center, doing it all in your own tempo. Also lengthening through the crown, opening the palms, stretching the fingers, and keep going in your own rhythm. This time again to the right. Bending fingers, bending the wrist, turning to the right shoulder. With inhalation, slow and long inhale, returning to the center, keeping your head tall. Exhaling, bending the fingers, this time turning to the left shoulder, bending both wrists, keeping head tall, but gently kind of nodding also, pointing or tucking the chin on the left shoulder. With the inhale, returning. Just keep observing. I'm going to make 5 more reps because this particular may work with that line, with that fascial line that got irritated on the day. So especially when working with the wrist here, with the base of the hand, observe. This observation will be very precious to make. And again, inhaling. In the center, spreading fingers wide, kind of moving shoulders down, keeping head toe up. With exhalation to the right, bending both wrists, rolling. Like imagine if you could roll the wrist, or like pull the knuckles all the way to the shoulder, and then also not move the chin down to the shoulder. With the inhale, return. Exhale again to the left. Gentle tissue activation. And again, inhale and spread the fingers, return to the center, make your arms really long, moving down, head really tall, so decompress this heart center by lengthening every direction in this triangle here with the exhalation to the right. Bending both wrists, keeping your elbows straight, nodding, perfect. Inhale and return to the center. Exhaling, bend the wrist, chin to the left shoulder, keep your arms long, elbows straight. Inhale again to the center. Spread the fingers wide, 3 more times every direction. Exhale, flex the wrist, tuck the chin on the shoulder. And again, inhale. Long, long breaths. Exhale to the left, flex the wrists, chin to the shoulder. And 2 more. Inhale into the center. And in case it all feels good, if it all feels right, just keep satisfying yourself, your conscious and subconscious, your body, with this understanding that everything's alright, I'm safe, all good. That's a very good nurturing of our system right now. Inhaling in the center and 1 final rep each side. Or if anything, if you find any markers here, like while making this movement, flexing fingers or flexing the wrist, or maybe while moving the head down anywhere on the scapular or neck level, if you feel any discomfort, it's going to be also a precious observation to do. So now with the common inhale again, spread yourself wide and long, and then with the exhale, lay the backs of the palms on your knees or on the thighs or on the floor. What feels better, what feels good, and allow your body to completely relax. And if it will feel like I'd rather lay down, also follow that instinct. You have the right to do what feels the best. And for the common 3 breaths, just keep observing the depth of your breathing, the reaction in the body that typically would be some warmth in your palms and your hands. Maybe over a sudden you'll feel some volume in your fingers. Maybe some asymmetry between right and left side. Maybe you feel some lightness in your scapulas and shoulders. So whatever it is, with the common inhalation, please softly open your eyes and let me know if everything feels right, if all feels good. While making those hand movements, nodding towards the shoulder, was everything okay? Okay, perfect. Okay, so then we keep going to 1 more exercise. It's going to be in 2 parts. It's going to also check the fascial line that connects now our. So we went through the neck, we went through the arm, we now go into the side fascial line. Here, first part would be sitting, and after we're going to lay down. So laying or leaning on the palms. First part would be inhaling, rolling the shoulders away. So as we know it, as we feel our external shoulder rotation, so all together with the shoulder kind of palm moves away, so that we inhale. And then with exhale, look to the right and lay your knees to the left. And again, inhaling in the center, keeping your sternum up. Exhaling, leaning on the right hip, laying the knees to the right, looking towards the left shoulder. And again, inhaling, elevating the heart center, even maybe looking higher. Exhale, look to the right, lay the knees to the left. And keep going in this comfortable temp. Long inhalations, elevating the heart center, and kind of this kissing the sky type of movement, lifting the face, exhaling, turning the head to the left, laying the knees, kind of gently rolling through the hip, as slow as feels good. No need to push anything, and inhale again to the center, exhale. Let's come to the sensation that the movement is continuous. So inhaling to the center. As long as you exhale, you turn the head and you lay the knees at the same time. Okay, let's not separate that. Inhaling, as long as you inhale, you're returning your knees and you're lifting your heart center and face upwards to the center as long. And then exhaling, as long as you exhale, turning the head to the right, laying the knees to the left. Okay, smooth and simultaneous. Inhale. As long as, return to the center, and as long as you exhale, lay the knees to the right, look to the left. Of course, notice how your body reacts to this scheme, to this path. Okay, let's do 3 more each side. Inhaling in the center, kind of feeling the rib elevation, sternum, the face, and then as long as you exhale, move the head and lay the knees. So of course it feels like the path for the head rotation is much shorter than laying the knees, but actually let's try to synchronize it. So once your knees are touching the floor, your head is in the furthest right position, and so return into the center and exhaling as long as you turn your head to the left, that long you lay your knees to the right. Let's finish at the same time with the knees and with the head. Inhale, as long as you lift your knees, you're returning your heart and your face to the center. Then exhale, as long as you lay your knees, that long you're looking to the right. One final rep, inhale it. As long as, return to the center, and then as long as, lay the knees to the right, look to the left. With a coming inhale, slowly return to the center. Now we're going to start laying down. And once your spine has relaxed, your head has touched the ground, please give me a thumb up if everything was okay with those movements, if you felt, yeah, perfect. So no soreness, no limitation. Okay, any sensation of asymmetry? Did you maybe feel like the amplitude to one side was deeper than the other, or was it pretty symmetrical? Now repeat that again, please. On the left, what was on the left? Okay, when you were laying knees to the left, so that means that your right side would stretch more. Okay, that as an assumption, there may be still some presence, you know, of, like the tissue, maybe not in the same quality. Okay, now let's see. We're gonna take it a bit deeper to another level right now. Pretty much same movement. So what is happening here? We are working with the chestal muscle. So as we right now, while you're laying and relaxing, please reconnect with sensing your breath, and at the same time while you're listening to me. So as I began, my suggestion for the previous pain could be either having nervous origin or muscle spasm origin. So one of the options, what it could be the chestal muscle, the one that compresses the clavicle bone, connecting with the shoulder with the scapula. So the limitation and the origin of the pain could also have come from the front superficial line, the chestal muscle here. So right now, while we will be doing the movement, we're going to continue observing the amplitude, maybe perhaps not necessarily pain, which I'm sure you illuminated when you let your body rest, but still some presence of asymmetry or some difference, you know, I would say of consistency in the feeling of tissue, you know, may come to be obvious right now. So we're going to see. We're going to lay our hands in so-called cactus pose. So we're flexing the elbows to 90-degree angle and spreading, as earlier, spreading the fingers wide and straight. Now with the exhalation, we're just going to let everything go and relax. Sinking the body deep into the floor, feeling its weight or lightness. Because as much as we relax, the lighter we start sensing ourselves. So maybe you actually start feeling like you're floating. The body loses the weight, it's not that heavy, it's not that firm. And with the coming 3 exhalations, just allow yourself to open the mouth, to let go of the bottom jaw, and just exhale. Just confirm it for yourself. This deep, deep state of relaxation in the back of your head, in your neck, in your chest, in your sacrum, in your feet, in your wrists. And so with a coming inhale, let go of your feet and bring your knees closer to the chest. And next, with the inhale, we go into B, turning the head to the right palm and at the same time turning the knees towards the left palm. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to reach all that way, but as the amplitude itself is as feels good, okay, and as simultaneous. So we don't want to throw knees extremely fast or legs extremely fast. From the center, we want to move evenly. So as long as I move, as deep as I move my head, that deep I move my knees. So that means that you may not really go too far from the center, maybe very short amplitude, but it needs to feel smooth and even. So with the exhalation, we're going to return to the center. Okay, and so we're gonna do 3, 5, or maximum 7 reps. One side first, then we're gonna switch. Okay, so if we're ready, I see you're working already on it. Let's keep going. So with the inhale, turn into the right palm and at the same time moving the knees to the left, and with exhalation, return into this steady square position. And let's keep moving, inhaling. Let's make sure we keep our knees and feet together. Exhale, return into the center. And of course, a very, I would say, obvious and important point would be to relax the shoulder, relax the scapula, leave it on the ground through all this motion. Let's continue with 3 more reps. So inhaling, as long as you look into your right palm, that long you send your knees to the left, and relaxing that right shoulder, letting it go, letting the sticky scapula, sticky shoulder remain on the ground. So this means the right side of the body is completely relaxed. It's heavy, that heavy that it's actually light. Okay, let's do one last rep. Inhaling slowly, as long as you turn your head to your right palm, that long you're moving your knees to the left, and I want you to stop simultaneously, reassuring that you're having this amplitude equalized. Okay, now we're going to, with the coming inhale, we're going to stand the feet back on the ground and opening the thighs, just relaxing. Maybe if that feels inviting, just stretching hands more into V letter shape instead of bending the elbows upwards or downwards, whatever feels good. And for the coming at least 3 breaths, just breathe your body space through. Particularly, let's notice right now the right half, right side of your rib cage. Any specific sensations appearing there? Does it feel free? Does it feel shrinkless or decompressed? Compare it to the left side. And one more soft inhale into your nose. And exhale through the mouth. And again, it's just a suggestion, because sometimes, like, I don't imply that it's a hard question, but just as one of the options, perhaps. Sometimes some questions, they may be so simple that they're actually so hard to answer, and it takes us a while to really give ourselves this permission not to really go that way, that deep. So as again, you may return in your thinking to if anything in particular, past week or maybe even earlier, caused you to feel like you're carrying any particular too heavy load, or was there anything that made you shrink or compress or squeeze, or anything that you wanted to get rid of, just like to push it or to build certain shields against. And as I say, these questions maybe, they're so simple that they may be really hard sometimes to really let ourselves think about. So let's definitely remove any feeling of weight or guilt, or any pressure, like we have to know the answers to this. It's okay. We just know for sure that our body is our best friend, and it's really protecting us, guarding us, making us, keeping us safe. Okay. And when the time feels right, with the coming inhalation, softly open your eyes. And with the exhale, let's bring the knees back to the chest. Again, inhaling, placing elbows bent, fingers in this cactus widespread position. And now inhaling, we're going to be turning to the left and leading the knees to the right. As deep as feels good, but also simultaneously. And notice and respecting any discomfort, exhaling, returning to the center. And again, inhaling, stretching right now the left side of the body while moving the knees to the right and turning the head to the left. So really exploring the side here, feeling this gentle pull, not too much, but also not too little though, like go to the particular amplitude that will be feeling satisfying you. With exhalation, returning to the center. And again, inhaling, turning the head to the left palm, moving the knees to the right. Feeling this diagonal opening. Of course, the left scapula, left shoulder remains on the ground, glued, sticky, but also not pushing too much, just like relaxing it more. And exhaling, returning. So there we're gonna go 3 more times. Inhaling, look into the left and sending the knees to the right. As long as the head moves that long, the knees are moving. So the goal is to synchronize it. Exhaling, the longest head returns to the center, that long the knees are returning. And 2 more times. Inhaling into the left lung, relaxing that left shoulder on the ground, noticing if it struggles, if you feel any pins or like spasms. Just keep noticing that. Keep your awareness open to notice everything that your body goes through right now. With exhalation, return to the center. And then slowly putting the hands back on the floor, bend the feet. And with the exhale right now, we're going to stretch the legs to the sides, arms as well to this along the body position, entering the Shavasana. And just as the finalization after this movement that we just performed, did you notice anything important, or did it feel all right, or good, or effortless? Or was there any shrink, any spasm, any limitation, any sensation of asymmetry? If so, please let me know. Okay, so it felt more good. There was no disturbing sense of asymmetry there. Okay. Alright, so right now let's just completely give ourselves up into this Shavasana stage and allow the body to remain in this nurturing mode, in this resting mode, in this reassuring that everything's safe. The surroundings are safe, the moment is safe, the body space is safe. You can actually internally, as a suggestion, you may try pronouncing that I'm safe. Just while you hear these words internally, continue observing your body. Any tiniest detail, any tiniest reaction. Does your breath relax right now when you hear the words, I'm safe? Or if you start sensing like you would like to transform those words into something similar or not even similar at all. Just like, for example, I'm not really sure that it will be a hit, but maybe I'm done, or I did my best, or just keep going with it, I'm safe one. Maybe I can breathe freely. yourself to search for this internal formula that would resonate and let it integrate into your body space. And I thank you a lot for your feedback, for sharing, for letting me into this situation and allowing me to go through it with you. So right now I'm going to disconnect and just let you stay in the resting mode, not only through your Shavasana but through the night. And I'm going to check in with you tomorrow. Just double check, and we're going to go from there to make sure that all the coming sessions going to be in accordance to everything what we were achieving in this particular session. Thank you so much, Natasha. Sending you much love. Please be well and bye. See you soon.